Basically, Israel right now, they do not have any more army personnel to continue this genocide in Gaza. What they did is they recruited, or some report says that in the process of recruiting people for Gaza operations in exchange for settled status. What does it mean? Who are these people that they're trying to recruit, and would they fight? Well, these are some of the questions I want to answer in this video. But before I move on, most of my viewers are not subscribed. If you're one of them, consider subscribing. And if you are subscribed, thank you so much for that. Let's take a look what happened in the past. On the newspaper, actually, it was on, I believe, a few days ago, a couple of days ago, Wall Street Journal, they have published this report saying that senior Israeli military intelligence official resigns over October 7 Hamas attack. So what happened? Military officials, they are resigning in numbers. There is another report that said that 800 guys, military personnel from Israeli IOF, Offensive Force, Occupying Force, they have quit. They do not want to fight. Now, there is another report that suggested, and this was actually published on Al Jazeera, April 22nd of this year, Israeli military intelligence chief resignation will put peers on the spot. Then on July 2nd, 2024, Israel sees 800 senior army officers resign this year. 800 senior army officers. These are not just any officer, but these are all senior officers who held high positions in the Israeli army ranks. So what happened this time? Well, defense officials told Haaretz is a Israeli newspaper, that the project was being conducted under the guidance of legal advisors from the defense establishment in an organized manner. Means they are now undertaking this project where they will be asking refugees from African countries like Sudan to be recruited in the military because they don't have any people fighting for their country. God-chosen people, they don't have any people to fight for them. How strange is that? Okay, so there are approximately 30,000 African asylum seekers in Israel. They have faced growing pressure from anti-immigrant politicians, including none other than the monster himself, Benjamin Netanyahu, who regularly refers to them as infiltrators, quote unquote, infiltrators. Can you imagine how embarrassing it is for him right now? I mean, on one hand, you have this guy being the prime minister and calling these people infiltrators, like Donald Trump. Oh, bad people from the border, He basically called that the immigrants are so ignorant, they eat cats and dogs. so same thing, same rhetoric coming from Netanyahu. These are infiltrators. These are bad, horrible people, only to find out a few months later that these are the people who can save his country. How ironic, how pathetic. I mean, when I hear this story, I was just laughing, man. I was just laughing out loud. One man interviewed, one of the refugees interviewed by Haaretz, who ultimately chose not to enlist, recounted being approached by a security official to join the war efforts. The official explained that after a 2-week training period, he will be deployed alongside other asylum seekers. So, you fight our war, we're going to pay you, and not only that, we're going to make you one of our own. You're going to get papers and, passport and all this. These are all bogus or lies, though, guys. These are false promises. These are all fake promises. I mean, these people are so pathetically serial liars that they will say anything and everything to save their faces. I asked, what do I get? So this refugee asked the security guy, what do I get? Even though I'm not really looking for anything, said the man. But then he told me, this security guy, if you go this way, means if you go to Gaza and you kill innocent civilians and the children, you can receive documents from the state of Israel, quote unquote. He asked me to send him a photocopy of my ID and said he would take care of these things. This is the level of desperation that Israel is right now going through. So, guys, when we talk about, the immigrants, when we talk about Israeli army fighting this war, losing this war, it is happening right now. They are completely being dismantled. Israeli army is gone. And I'm going to be actually sharing with you a few other things. So Israeli army, this is reported 1 month ago on the Andalusi newspaper. Israeli army closes areas near Gaza border amid planned settler march. Okay, so that's a different story. Gaza war resignations hit Daniel Haggari's Israeli army unit, and this was published on March 4th, the New Arab newspaper. Then on April 22nd, Israeli military intelligence chief quit over October 7 attack. Report, top IDF intelligence officer says he will quit over October failures. And then there are so many of them quit at the same time. Now, let's talk about this particular report a little bit more because I think it's very, very interesting. According to Haaretz, none of the asylum seekers who participated in the war, I look funny on my hair. I think it's the green skin. None of the asylum seekers who participated in the war effort have been granted official status so far. So see, as I said, they make false promises to these asylum seekers. Hey, you join the war, you kill people in Gaza, and we give you documents. None of them received anything. So some people looks like they did recruit them or enlist themselves into the Israeli military. Pathetic asylum seekers, pathetic refugees. You guys should be ashamed of yourself because you have seen how poverty can destroy you, how no electricity, no fuel, no power, no water can ruin your life, can make you miserable and make you die even, right? But then you exactly want to do the same thing on other people after you arrive in Israel. Like, where is your humanity? This is exactly what you deserve. I mean, if they don't give you any status in Israel, this is what you deserve. Because you're going to kill the Gazan people, the children, for what? Passport? And defense sources said that the ethical concerns surrounding the recruitment of asylum seekers had not been addressed. The outlet reported that asylum seekers had been used in various operations, citing military sources. This is a very problematic matter, one source said. The involvement of jurists does not absolve anyone of the obligation to consider values by which we seek to live in Israel. Haaretz noted that the manner in which the Israeli army deploys asylum seekers is barred from publication due to restrictions imposed by the Israeli military censor. And we know that Israel, they control the narrative. They are narcissists. They do not want anybody to take charge of their affairs. Being the narcissists, they will always want to be in control. And another irony is that they're losing it. Think about the recent Houthi attacks. I mean, the Houthi ballistic missile attack, it made over 2 million people run away and seeking refuge in shelters. Just one ballistic missile, guys, from Houthis. 2 million people, they're now seeking refuge in shelters. This is how bad it is. This is how much they have lost control over the war. And they have lost control over the narrative long time ago. But Israel, they have lost it in all fronts. And every single day, they're losing. And this was not what they expected when the war started. They anticipated that, the war in Gaza will be fought with fighter jets and with all the modern military equipments and machineries. They did not even think that there could be ground operation at one point, which is now what is being forced on them. Because look, Houthis are in Syria right now. 50 of them just crossed over to Syria. So Israel, they wanted the war to be fought by American soldier, but American soldier, as we know, as much as even the American government wants their soldier to go and fight for Israel, but the U.S. military, the people there, the army, the military personnel, they have consciousness, and they're not going to do it. For example, Aaron Bushnell, if you remember him, he set himself on fire because of what Israel is doing in Gaza. So if U.S. government, they force their military to go and fight for Israel, there will be a mutiny, there will be a revolt, there will be army rebellion that could end up in civil war, and the United States that we know today will be gone forever. And so, nobody's coming from U.S. to fight your war, you Zionist. And they thought that we can just, switch, press on a button and destroy our enemies. That's what they thought the war will be played out. But now, all of a sudden, they're finding themselves in this quagmire where they're fighting with so many armies now who are approaching Israel, their land every single day, inch by inch. And this is a disaster. This is not what Israel planned for, guys. This is not what they planned for. but they're finding themselves in this situation all of a sudden, and they really have no answer. So what they do, they go to the refugees, they go to everybody. They are now targeting the settlers, they're targeting the ultra-Orthodox Jews to fight for them, to fight for the IDF, and none of them are panning out, guys. This is a complete disaster for Netanyahu and for the Zionist state that we know today, and will be collapsing. They will be collapsing very, very soon. I have some comments here. Randy, hi Randy. Then I have Nirvana, thank you guys. Colette, Farah, Aziz, Colette, Christy, thank you guys. I will see you in the next video. Leave a comment if you have any more. Have a wonderful day.